Okay, as a Tennessee redneck, I'll admit that the people there can be a little different, but this fella should have learned fire discipline. As a matter of fact, that is something taught throughout the state, so it makes me wonder why he just let shots off at random houses. The look on his face is idiotic considering why he was arrested. I'm all for stopping criminals, but this fella shot at people while police were there and he had no fire discipline while doing it. I probably would be less annoyed with this guy, but he looks too happy while getting booked for endangering a woman and her children. There are no words for the insanity of this. But hey, he most likely knew the cops that were in jail from working with them. It would be better if there were stories of him apologizing, but that would be against what lawyers think is good for their case. If he was any good at the law, he would have known not to pull a firearm and not know where the bullets are going. This guy is dangerous and most likely should never have been put into any kind of position of power. But hey, we'll see if he stays in office for any amount of time. Howdy y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. If you're wanting to research this, I've got a link in my article down below. It's on my Substack, and if you get a chance, subscribe. I'm always publishing articles there. So here via the news site Law and Crime is what has happened. A district attorney in Tennessee is facing criminal charges for allegedly taking the law into his own hands, opening fire on wanted murder suspects as they fled from police, and accidentally striking a house with the woman and her 3 kids inside, said local officials. Chris Stanford, district attorney for Tennessee's 31st District Judicial District, was indicted Monday on charges of reckless endangerment and discharging a firearm into an occupied habitation for November shooting in Smithfield, which is about 70 miles east of Nashville. The incident occurred while authorities were attempting to arrest 3 suspects allegedly connected to a triple homicide, according to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, which was responsible for probing what happened. The Warren and DeKalb County Sheriff's Departments were working together to catch 28-year-old Caleb Diaz Brookins, 21-year-old, Hannah Mackenzie Rose, and 28-year-old Jessica Root that day. The trio were suspected to be involved in a triple murder in Warren County, but were in DeKalb County, where Stanford linked up with the police to try to catch them. Why? Stanford, 43 of McMinnville, was allegedly pursuing suspects Rose and Brookins with local deputies and a Homeland Security officer who also joined on the manhunt for unknown reasons and got hit by a car that Rose and Brookins were driving, causing him to suffer a leg injury. When the illegal shooting occurred, according to police officials, the female driving the car, Rose, rammed a DeKalb Sheriff's Department truck, said DeKalb County Sheriff Patrick Ray in a statement to the Smithfield Review newspaper. They were trying to get away and ran into a yard at a residence on Bell Street. It was at that time that District Attorney Stanford, who was on site, opened fire but failed to hit the vehicle or the suspects. Brookins was caught by TBI agent hours later, and Rose was arrested at the scene. On November 21st, agents began investigating the incident involving 31st Judicial District Attorney General Christopher Robert Stanford, TBI officials said Monday in a statement after Stanford's indictment was handed down. The investigation revealed that during the pursuit of a wanted fugitive, Stanford fired at a gun several times on the Bell Street in Smithfield, striking a home occupied woman and her 3 children. Stanford charges were brought during a special session of the DeKalb County grand jury on Monday through sealed indictment, according to Smithfield Review. He surrendered to police DeKalb County Jail and was released after posting a $10,000 bond. By the way, it doesn't say here, but his charges were reckless endangerment. This is just plain insanity right there. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media, and it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. Now, I'm trying to figure out why in the world would a district attorney be riding around with law enforcement in such a dangerous pursuit. For that matter, why is he pulling his firearm? And there's clearly a target. He supposedly has trained with law enforcement on how to fire weapons. So my question is, why was he just shooting willy-nilly? This is just some insanity. A woman and her 3 children were put at risk because this guy, who I'm guessing is an adrenaline junkie, because that's the only reason why a DA should be riding around in the middle of a chase of 3 murderers, would be there to begin with, let alone why he'd be pulling his firearm and just shooting at random. Because you can't tell me there was any fire discipline in any of this. Look, I'm glad that people are supporting the police there when it comes to hunting down people like this, but this is stupidity. It's just plain long stupidity. And this guy's an elected official. He's also a lawyer. There should have been some knowledge that, no, you don't act like this. But hey, at least he knows not to apologize. This is idiocy. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.